Hi there folks, I'm actually going to do a potato reveal today. It's not something I generally do. I've done them before and they're quite funny, you know, especially when you only get one or two potatoes. I harvested a few from a barrel yesterday and got, not much more. We got a meal's worth. There was, I think there was about 6 potatoes, decent sized ones all up, and even some wee baby ones that we roasted anyway. So today I thought I'd do these guys. I thought they were Dutch cream, but I've had a bit of a fossick around the top of them and I'm not too sure they are actually. So I'll tip them into the wheelbarrow. We'll have a bit of a gander of what they are and maybe someone can help me if I can't figure it out. So here we go. So with these guys here, I broke one of the rules, and that is not topping up the bag. And what I've got is a couple of small spuds that have gone green on top. So these guys here are just going to be tossed. But anyway, just throw them over there. Time to empty the bag. Well, at least I got compost worms. That's one bonus. It doesn't look too promising here. Oh, here we go. Here's a little cluster of spuds around the original seed potato. Not really a lot at all. So, oh well. Better than nothing. Just pop them aside. So I'll just give you a quick look. That's it. That's from bag number 1. So we'll have a look at bag number 2. I let these guys dry out a bit too before harvesting. As you can tell. Oh, that looks a bit better. Slightly bigger one off the seed potato there. So both these bags only had 2 potatoes in each. So there you go guys, there's my harvest. Pretty much all keeping up with my track record of having hit and miss harvests when it comes to potatoes. I thought this compost was pretty good, but it helps when you keep it watered. It was up the side of the house and I just didn't get the watering can up there often enough, and a few times the leaves looked a bit wilty, so pretty much all my own fault. The potatoes I harvested yesterday were the Dutch creams. These are some unknown store-bought variety by the look of them. Yesterday's harvest, we got a meal's worth out of it, nothing to write home about. Again, I just think my growing technique lacks a lot. Nothing like Brendan's or Dan's, that's for sure. But in saying that, I am trying Dan's method out. So we'll go for a bit of a wander and I'll show you the spuds I've got in different bags around the place at the moment. So in these 4 bags here at the base of the back stairs we have purple Congo potatoes. There's a couple of seed spuds in each. We have 3 tree propagating bags and we have 1 smart pot that Mr. Media Maker Dale sent me from the States. All the little seed potatoes have started to sprout, so these guys hopefully will do a lot better than the ones I've just harvested. In here we have a mix of commercial compost and commercial potting mix. I figure, well, that's what other people have great success with, so I'll see how it goes for us. Just down the back here next to the loofah and sweet potato barrel, I have 5 Desiree potatoes just in a old worm farm. This is one of the worm farms we keep underneath the lime trees. Basically a barrel with a whole heap of holes drilled in the base. I harvested all the worm castings for feeding up a couple of beds when I planted them out just recently. I popped the seed potatoes, 5 of them as you can see, just on top of the remaining worm castings. Then I did another top up with that mix of commercial compost and commercial potting mix, and so far these Desirees look fine. So these guys here will need to be watered manually, but that's no big drama. I'm pretty much all out here a couple of times a day, so I can just give them a watering can every now and then. Just down here in our first wicking bed, I've gone and buried some tree propagation bags, about 150 to 200 mil, or what's that, 6 to 8 inches into the wicking beds here. The idea behind that is, Dan does this, he just doesn't do it in wicking beds. The idea is the water in the base of the wicking beds is going to come up and just basically provide more moisture for the potatoes so they don't dry out like the ones you saw me harvest, and hopefully they will do better. Now I've also got a mix of the potting and compost, and potting mix and compost, and they will be backfilled around these plants as they grow, just to see if we can get some spud set further up on the plant. So this is the third lot. They're actually, some of these guys, the Desirees could probably do with a top up this weekend and just see how they go. But I think I'll leave these Congos a little while longer. They're pretty short there, and these guys, a bit hard to see. They've only just broken the surface. A couple broken the surface there, and one there that's a little bit taller. So there you go, guys. There's a bit of a look at some pretty woeful harvests, and hopefully the next crop that, I might get to save some face with these guys. We'll just wait and see. I've been following Brendan and Dan for a while now, and I actually went back and had a look at their clips, and I think pretty much where I'm falling down with the potatoes and some other plants is just the nutrition in the soil here. So I think the purchased compost, also with a mix of some of the stuff in the bed here, and the purchased potting mix is going to make a bit of a difference in the sort of harvest I get from these guys. So fingers crossed, you might get to see a bit of a clip if these guys give me some decent spuds. Yeah, so I will pretty much will leave it there. If you do have any comments, questions or suggestions, pop them in the comments section below and I shall get back to you. Other than that, I better go pick up Bianca because I just heard my phone go off. So have a good one, guys. So there you go, guys. There's the neighbour's cockatoo.